Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to VTPB HQ. I'm your host, Anders, and tonight we are hosting the last round of our very first ever Pretty Ninja Ultimate Sim Racer competition or championship or series or whatever you want to call it. At the end of the day, it's a bit of fun. Today we are looking at endurance racing. Now, it's not massive endurance racing, it's literally 35-minute races. Not exactly endurance, I know, but it's just to kind of simulate an endurance event in one evening. Two races. One is in the GT3 Ginettas around Monza. Can't get much better than that. And the last session is in the P1 Ginetta G55 around Daytona Road Track. Now, you can probably tell that I'm a little bit not with it. That's because the birth of my son was done yesterday. I was been awake for 36 hours. I've only had about 6 hours worth of sleep. So I'm not 100% there, and I've not really eaten because I spent all day in hospital again today. So I'm going to munch and try and commentate at the same time. So if you hear like, it's because I'm eating pizza. But before that happens, let's take a look at the table. So we can see after the last round, Huey is on top of the championship. Now, if he just races and finishes, he should pretty much finish there, because the first race tonight at Monza has got 1.5 times points, and then Daytona is 3.5. So it kind of eliminates what happens in GTs. You can kind of have quite a bad race in GTs, but the P1 is literally the last hurrah, essentially, for anyone to get points. Now, because of 3.5, anyone that's 150 points behind Hewis could possibly win the championship. So, with that being said, currently that's Lando, Rabimus, or Letterme could effectively win the championship if Hewis either doesn't start or DNFs. So the reality is that it is pretty much Hewis's to lose. Okay. And speaking of Hewis, we are just in our extra long practice session today, just so people have a chance to get used to the cars. We have 7 drivers tonight, which is nice. We might get a couple more. Who knows? Who knows? We might get a couple more under our belts. But I am going to eat some food whilst these lovely cars drive around Monza. But first, let's take a little look at the rest of the leaderboard. Luton Boyd's looking for some wins tonight. He's been thoroughly enjoying this event recently, so I'm really glad of that. And we've got a brand new F3 league starting in the World Sim Series website, but that will be on Assetto Corsa to kind of spice things up. We're trying to branch out a little bit with our racing. Rabimus has just managed to join back in, so that's good. So we're now up to 8. Lemon has crossed over the line to set a first fastest lap of practice. Luton Boy's just gone into the lead by 2 tenths. Jamsky just come back from his holiday and honeymoon. No chance of winning the league, but good chance to get some victories tonight, I think. Lando also in with a shout to get some good results tonight. Letterme again, who is in the running for the championship, could very well snatch it from Hewis's hands. Speaking of Hewis, here he is driving by. Mark Coulson has already had a massive crash. Oh my god, look at that. How is that car even still going? Holy heck. And Jay Sky, who missed a couple of rounds due to personal things, is not in the running. So our GT3 champion is not quite there for the series win, but he's certainly looking a bit more comfortable with a possible race win in the future. I'm just going to whack onto Jamsky a minute. I'm just going to eat some food because I'm absolutely starving. Okay, so pizza's been eaten with some garlic bread because you can't have pizza without garlic bread. And this practice session's quite interesting. Looks like Hewis is not getting along with the car very well. But again, like I said, this race is kind of slightly, I say slightly pointless, but I don't think it will be. I think no set of points is pointless, really. At the end of the day, if Letterman used to win, and Huey was to finish 7th or 8th, who have we lost? We've lost Rabamus. We've lost Rabba, haven't we?
Yep.
I'm back in, but I can't join the session.
Yeah, you won't be
I'm
able
in the
to.
lobby just.
Yeah, you won't be able to now. I don't think.
Whenever I come back in, it said everybody in the lobby, like their signal, their connection was terrible. And then, like, one by one, they all slowly came back.
Right. Okay.
GG.
We'll have to. What we'll do then? We'll just, if everyone can retire, everyone just retire. Literally start the race and retire, and then we'll just start the race. Like we'll just head back to the lobby, and I'll take off practice, and we'll just start the race.
This guy got top spot.
No, it's rando grid. So.
Do you not get any points for quali?
Nope, there's no quali, so this is just practice. No quali, no points for quali.
Lando sliding in.
To the DMs.
Away.
Yeah.
So we'll we'll just do that. Could someone just let? Oh, who quit?
Oh shit! I just
Jay also doesn't have the top spot anymore. If we were going off that.
Yeah, I thought you were going to set up another.
No, we'll just retire from the race. Just retire. Yeah, you don't need to leave the
right.
lobby. We just retire.
It's fine. You can still just retire and you can join back in the lobby.
Yeah, just join back the lobby. Yeah, join back in the lobby, and then we'll just all retire. Could someone just tell Luton Boy that everyone just needs to retire at the start of the race, and just literally the moment that you can continue, we'll just continue.
Yeah.
Fuck. Okay. I will be right back.
Okay.
Sorry.
Oh, Hewis, you animal.
Did he get one in right at the end?
He did, yeah, and he's extended the delta, so he would have pipped you as well, Jay.
Sandbagging, isn't he?
Is Mark just literally sat on the side of the road, just not doing anything?
Yeah.
Me, yeah.
Yeah. Is your car absolutely screwed?
That's Mark.
Yeah.
I was
Okay. Just
looking
I'll just
on
hit
my PC,
continue a minute.
So looks like
Just
last
retire.
night,
Just literally all start up and then retire. It's fixed up, so I don't think you can even control your fuel.
Nope. You just get what you're given.
Get what you're given, and then there is a mandatory pit stop.
Hopefully it's
So,
enough.
it should be enough for the race distance, because I haven't tweaked fuel,
Yeah,
I've only
probably.
tweaked tyre.
I think it always calculates it if there's no. It calculates how much you need.
Yeah.
We are retiring, so we might as well just ready up.
Ready up, and then just retire.
Where am I? Is this what's to come, guys?
Don't know where I am.
Just
Really good.
retire. You don't need to leave,
Still-
just retire.
I still don't like this car. Horrible.
I agree with you. It doesn't feel realistic to me. It doesn't feel. I don't know. The back just does its own thing.
Right, is
Yeah, like that
where's
chain is
Rapper?
just.
Ba-ba-ba-ba.
If you use the first sausage as a ramp, you can fly over the entire chicane. I promise.
Doesn't it count as a cut then? So because you're not on the track, you're in the air, so it doesn't count.
No, because it doesn't know. Technically, your tires never touch anything that's not the track. So
You're flying.
yeah.
Yeah, tire wear is. Yeah, I'll put it to 3. Was accelerated like? Was that? Did anyone notice anything during practice?
Yeah,
Yeah.
tires are
My
going
tires
off.
were done after like 8 laps, man.
Okay, accelerated is him. Right. Is Rabba
I
back?
should have sent a flight with it.
You can. Fuck.
Stuffed.
No. I'm not
Let's
gonna get
go.
through this.
What's that?
I'm not gonna get to do this, I don't think.
Why not?
No.
I'm just keeping an eye on this way, but I think
Everyone's in the
I
lobby.
might get dragged out. That's like,
Oh,
go on ahead. If I have to go, I have to go.
okay, okay. No worries, no
Me and
worries.
Luton have got the same livery.
There's only 8 liveries or 7 liveries, so.
I thought I just looked. There was 9 liveries.
Were there?
Yeah,
And 8 others.
I thought there was only.
I thought
8
there was
or
only
7.
8, yeah.
Yeah,
Never
fair
mind.
enough.
You guys can be a team then.
Team points.
Yeah.
Team points. Well, good luck all.
Uh-oh.
I don't mind going ours with Luton.
There we go. Right. So as you heard, Rabimus might not be able to finish the race, but he might start it at least. Might get dragged away. Which is a shame. Let's start from J Sky's perspective, right at the very back here. And then once everyone's ready, we'll be off. Everyone's in exactly the same car. It's all fixed setups. It is all gravy. There's everyone on the grid. So that's Lando on P1, Mark Coulson on P2, Luton Boy on P3, Huey on P4, Lettermeet in P5, which is quite interesting. Those two will be battling it out. Rabimus in P6, who may not be able to complete Jamski in P7, and J-Sky, who is the fastest, well, second fastest after Huey's fast lap in P8. Now, it all depends on who is the quickest. It's a 35-minute race, mandatory pit stop. Tyre wear has been accelerated just to make the pit stop worthwhile. We're just waiting for everybody to just ready up and crack on, which should be within the next, well, 8 seconds by the looks of it. Here we go. 3, 2, 1, and we are off. Little bit of a delay for the start there. And as we can see, everyone's jostling for position. Everyone's coming down. We're still watching J-Sky. Luton Boy's currently got the lead. Oh, bit of a punt there by whoever that was. Lemon's gone. Here's is fruit. Jamski's fruit. J-Sky is fruit. Coulson is fruit. Rabimus is fruit. So it looks like Rabimus and Lemon might have had a bit of an incident. But Luton Boy is driving off into the lead. Lando in P2. Good start there. Who's popping out there? That's not Jamski. That's Mark Coulson. With a bit of a dodgy exit out of the second chicane rather. Let's take a look at Jamski, who is currently sat behind Lando. And there's Luton Boy ahead of him. Hugh is behind. Quite a bit of a gap there. Almost a second. And there's almost a second between Hughes and J-Sky. So we'll see how it all goes here. Jamski is on the attack, but he takes a very narrow exit. Killed the acceleration. And we can see that Lemon has moved up to P7. Rabimus is probably had a bit of an incident by the looks of that. We're just going to go trackside now, so we can keep an eye on some people. Let's have a little look down the main straight as we take a look at our race leader, who is currently being drafted quite heavily by Lando. Lando pulls out, lay on the brakes. He's going to have the inside into T1. Makes it stick. Makes it stick. Good move by Lando. Is he going to be able to go on the accelerator quick enough? He's not. Loon Boy's back through. Hewis looks to be on the attack of Jamski, but Jamski is also attacking Lando. Hewis is in a very precarious position here. He needs to back out really and try and pick up on the spoils. Oh, Jamski with an absolute lunge. Yeah, well done. He's letting Loon Boy back through. Oh, big crash behind. That's Hewis and Lando. Oh no, that's Hewis. That's Lando gone into the wall there. And that was also Hewis, I believe. Something definitely happened in the background there. I did not catch that. Now, has Hewis got damage? That's going to be the next question. Has Lando got much damage? Not too sure. This is good news for Lettermy, but Lettermy needs to get moving. But he's currently under a lot of pressure by Radimus, who's just overtaking him. As we go into, is it a Lesmos? Lesmos? I think it's a Lesmos. Can't quite remember what they're called, but we've got a three-way battle here for the lead as Jay Sky's got his lights on. Jamski does have the inside corner, however. Should be able to keep his position. But Loon Boy's trying to stick with him around the outside. He's going to get better acceleration out of the corner. Because of it, though. You can see that, but Jamski has also got a great toe on Luton Boy. Jamski's pulling out. Jay's trying to find a position now. Can Jamski do this correctly? Can he make it round? He's got good acceleration there, Jamski. He's on the grass a little bit. Still going to allow Luton Boy to make the move. He's got the inside to the next corner. Jamski is slightly ahead, but has he got the corner? He's got the corner. What about behind? No. Luton Boy's just slotted right in between himself, between Jamski and Jay Sky. But can he hold on to this? It looks like Lando is also possibly had a bit of a spin, maybe. No, he's got a bit of a damaged car, but it's mandatory pit stop, so he might get away with it. As we're looking at the battle now for P2, as Jamski's made a little bit of headway. And we can see Hewis in the background trying to gain a bit of ground. Much better there by our top three drivers. You can see Coulson in the background just using as much track as possible. Radimus just needs to keep getting those results. You never know what might go. Oh, that's connection. Oh, thank God for that. Whew. I thought Luton Boy was surely having a problem there, but Jamski's made good use of these tyres early on. Get the track position. Fastest lap goes to Jamski right now with a 149.835. See that just in the top right hand corner up there. But we can see that Hewis behind has done a 148.9. For someone that absolutely hates these cars, he's doing incredibly well here. Now Jay Sky, what's Jay Sky's game plan here? He's right on the rear end of Luton Boy. If he feels like he's getting caught in traffic, could very well just try and maybe pit stop before Luton Boy and do the undercut. Might be able to get the undercut on Jamski as well there, depending on what they decide to do. Okay. So we're pretty much almost 10 minutes into the race. Jamski has not got the fastest lap here. No. That's definitely Hewis. No, it is Jamski, sorry. It is Jamski. Jamski's got the fastest lap of the race with a 148.8. And we do have a train of 4 cars here, just making their way through. Everyone behind has got a nice little gap, but one driver, that's, well, they all seem to be struggling a bit. I think Lando's struggling because of the damage that he has on his car. It is performance impacting damage that we have this evening, so that would probably explain why. The lap times are all pretty consistent. Everyone's in the same rough ballpark here, which is kind of good to see. So we'll just take a look at where Jay's guy is and see what he's doing. Is he able to chase down Luden Boy? He's about a tenth slower, 1.3 behind Jamski now. But the racing is incredibly close again. Very nice to see a nice pack of 4 at the front. No one stormed away with a win in this race. Oh, and Jay's guy got a bit of a wobbly on. Can Hewis capitalise on it? I think he can, you know. He's got much better acceleration out of it. Jay's guy pushed him into the inside. Who's the bravest on the brakes? Oh, it's Hewis got 2. Oh, big crash. Big crash between the 2 of them. Oh my lord. Yeah, Huey got really late on the brakes there. Didn't want to hit Luton Boy, which then resulting in a crash with J Sky. They would have spoke about it and Hewis would have said carry on. Now, this is good news for Lemmy, but he does need to get a lot quicker. But this is also good news for Rabimus, who is currently P3, I believe, in the league. And looking to go on strong. Mark Coulson up to P3. Luton Boy P2, just keeping his race going. So we have 24 minutes left to go of this 35-minute race. 10 minutes gone. And it's been, oh, Mark Coulson's off behind, so that's a good place for everybody. Mark Coulson is slightly unsafe rejoin, but... Oh, and that's a lot of front aero damage there. That's going to affect how the car drives. Oh, and there goes the bonnet. See you later, bonnet. Bye. I think Coulson is struggling a fair bit here. He's going into the pits. The car does look a little bit poorly. So Lemon is up to P6. Huey and P5 making their battle in the final race ever more interesting. Oh, Huey's just a little bit of a poor exit there. Rabimus is up to P3 now after Coulson's error. The lap times are a bit sporadic again. Then we're doing 154, so we must be making mistakes at the moment in these cars. Lando is 152. Mark Coulson is in the pits, but that's his mandatory pit stop done. So he can now go the full race length, 22 minutes, 23 minutes, on the same set of tyres and fuel, and should be able to get to the end of the race, no problem. Not a problem. So Coulson is done. He is not 2 minutes behind the race leaders. He's not been lapped. Because Jamski is coming down the back straight. So there we go. It sorted itself out. He's 110. Now, it does all depend on what people do in their pit stops on how it goes here. Do people risk it with the same tyres? Do they just change the fronts? Do they just change all 4 and hope for the best? Or what? So there will be a tyre change. You'll be silly not to do a tyre change. Unless you can really think you can get the job done on the same tyres. Now it looks like Hewis and J Sky having a good old battle. I think J Sky, it looks like J Sky's letting him have it a little bit here. Jace guy needs to get in the toe of Huey. There it is. There it is. And Huey goes onto the racing line. Is Jace guy going to pull out? He's not. Now let's see if Jace guy can capitalise on that right there. Both struggling to get the power down on the exit. But Jace guy's car doesn't seem to be accelerating like Huey's, so whether he's got a little bit of like radiator damage or something like that, that might very well be the case after rear-ending Huey's. Lando's in P6, just getting on with it. Let me 2 minute 13 lap time tells me he's been in the pits. 20 minutes left to go now, or 21 minutes left to go. And here's our race leader, Jamski. And Mark Coulson's back in the pits. Not sure why. Did it not change his tyres? Or is it damage related? Not sure. That's an interesting one. I'm not quite sure why Coulson's gone into the pits. He's now going to get lapped, which is a bit interesting. Now, whether it was tyres, I don't know. But he's in there for quite some time, so I reckon it's damage related. I think it might be damage related. Jamski, our race leader then, lap 9. 20 minutes to go. Roughly 10 laps remaining of this round, round 9, round 13, race 13. Sorry. As you can tell, I'm not with it much at the moment. Got a lot on my mind, but I will try not to, or try for it not to affect the stream. I hope you're enjoying yourselves. There are some brilliant competitions coming, well, not competitions, race series, I'm going to call them, coming in the Pretty Ninja community. I'm so grateful that all the community members have, I'm going to say, stepped up from what's going to be my absence over the next few weeks. It's looking good for the future of Pretty Ninja. That's all I'm going to say. So if you want in, ! Discord, or check out the link in the description. And Jamski runs wide. Bit of dirt on the tyres. Seems to be managing those tyres a lot better. Mark Coulson's still in the pits, and now he comes out. Must have been damaged. That was a very long pit stop. Luton Boy in P2. Just keeping his distance from Jamski. He was a 10th quicker that last lap. Who was quicker than Jamski as well was Rabimus. Last lap. So Rabimus is clearly finding its groove with these cars. As Luton Boy has pulled into the pits. Let's see what he is going to do. No tyres. Interesting. Bit of fuel maybe? Or is it doing tyres in the animation? Maybe the animation isn't working. Not sure, but Luton Boy comes straight back out. Which means Hewis is gone up to P3. P5 is Jace Guy, who had a pretty damn poor lap just then. And there's a race down into the bottom corner. I don't think Jace Guy is going to really contend it. He knows it's not his race. Something must have happened in the previous lap for Jace Guy to be that slow. Must have had an off track. Lost a rear end or something like that. Might be worth coming into the pits next time, Jay, if you can hear me. Just get out of the way, get focused, and do a really good final stint. Lando is in P6, who also hasn't pitted yet. Whereas this person, Letterme, has. Now, I don't believe it's for damage. I actually think it was part of his strat to do an early pit and to keep going. But his lapse times are not good enough for him to be gaining. So he needs to pick up the pace a little bit. And as we know, Mark Coulson came out of the pits a little earlier. Is Jamski going to come into the pits now, or is he going to keep the car going? Looks like a pit stop's on the way for Jamski. So Jamski's going into the pits. Rabimus 2 is also coming into the pits. I don't see the tyre animation, so I don't quite know what's going on here. Quite a few people coming into the pits. US is also coming to the pits, so Luton Boy, where are you going to come out? Jamski is driving out now. Rabimus is still in the pits. Hewis is still in his pit box, so Jamski is home and dry. Rabimus is not. Must be damaged, and Hewis is also on his way out. Another driver is Jay Sky, who's gained a position up to third. Hewitt has just come out on track to fourth. Rabimus had a really long pit stop there, and it looks like Lando is also coming to the pit. So that's everyone pitted. Lettermy has gained a position. Rabimus is also dropped a position to Lettermy. So very slow pit stop for Rabimus. That could cost us opportunities for the series win. That is a shame, but 3.5 seconds ahead is Jamski. Followed by Luton Boy, J Sky MP3. 7 seconds behind J Sky is Hewis on the charge. And behind him is Lettermy, who's just trying to get a good result here. If he's able to finish one position behind Hewis, that should still keep everything fairly wide open. Let's have a quick look at the table. So 102 points is the difference. Not sure. I'm really not sure how it's all going to work out at the end of this. But I think Huey has pretty much got it. Oh, pardon me. Pretty sure Huey's got it. Pretty sure. So Jamski finishing lap 11 to start lap 12 with 14 minutes left on the clock. And it's looking okay for Jamski. Luton Boy did have a better outlap, but Jamski is making the most of those new tyres by the looks of it. That'll be Mark Coulson up ahead of Jamski, Luton Boy in P2, J Sky in P3. I don't know if J Sky is pitted or not. Who knows? He might well have done, and he might have pulled up the tactic of the series. Who knows? And we can see in the background is our current series leader, Hewis. Or Huey, as I like to call him. Rabimus is back up to P5. It looks like Lemon might have had a bit of a wobble at some stage. I think the P1 race is going to be a fair bit tighter overall. It's Daytona, P1's very fast, good slip, lots of high speed. Oh, Rabimus having to let off on exit because he's carried too much quarter speed. Luton Boy's 4 seconds behind Jamski. That must be Mark Coulson. There it is, yeah. Lando's doing pretty well. We'll go back to Luton Boy. Let's go on, let's go all cameras for a little bit. Let's spice it up. Taking it very tentatively, in fact, in all fairness. Let's have a little listen to Jay Sky, see if we can notice. Just gonna say if we can notice any difference in engine tones. But Hewis is on a charge right now. Hewis has just set the fastest sector 3 and he's also set the fastest lap time of today's race. No, he hasn't. Jamski has with 1:47. What's this lap time by Hewis? 1:48.3. Jamski has definitely got a fast lap time. There we go. It's confirmed. 1:47.9. Jamski has found pace. We'll take a look at our race leader, who's coming up to the back marker of Mark Coulson. But there's no major battles going on currently. Oh, and Mark Coulson's in the wall, we can see that there. And he's also stuck in the sand. Trying to rejoin safely. Nicely done, Mark. Oh, can't control that. So little boy in P2, but Hewis is on the hunt for Sky. Jay Sky. Let's see what Hewis can do within the next 8 minutes. You can see in the background is Mark Coulson there. And Hewis has just set the fastest lap of the race with 1:47.696. He is on a charge. That's an extra couple of points. 2.5 points for fastest lap. They will come in incredibly useful towards the end, I'm sure. Jay Sky was a bit wide into turn 1 there of that chicane into the left-hander. Just giving Hewis a lot of opportunity here to gain a position. Jay Sky needs Lemmy, Lemmy needs Jay Sky, sorry, to put in a defensive shift, but the way things are going here for Jay Sky is not going to work. I think Hewis is going to have him into Lesmos. No, I don't think it is Lesmos, is it? Lesmos, those two right-handers around the back. And, oh, that was a bit of a squeeze there by Jay Sky. Whoa! Bit too much there. I'm not quite sure what was going on there. Either Jay Sky's not paying attention to his surroundings, or or just lost car control. I really don't know. That was really bizarre by both drivers, really, to be honest. Or is Jay Sky thinking, you know what, Hewis? You screwed up my car. I'm going to be an absolute dick to you until the end of this race. You got to earn this 3-3. You got to earn it. And Huey is tucked right back in. Oh, they touched, and J-Sky's kept it. He's kept it. Well done, J-Sky. God. That's, again, it's very similar. They just don't seem to be able to give each other a bit of space here. I think Huey should have committed a little bit more into T1 and just kind of asserted his dominance here. I think he just needs to be aggressive. J-Sky's being really aggressive in his defensive driving, not giving QS any room whatsoever. He's losing control on that curb again. He did pit earlier for tyres. Jay's giving him a squeeze. Hewis tucks in behind him. Much better by the both of them. Hewis has got such better drive out that corner though. And if we keep an eye to our left, there it is. There's Hewis. Got much better drive out of the chicane there. Can J Sky answer it? He couldn't in the first half of the race. Can he in the second? Rabimus behind, just getting on with the job. Keeping the car moving. Getting some good lap times in now. See what he is over the line. 150, he's let off the pace a little bit. Lemon, P6. See what he can get. 151, but Lando is finding a little bit of late stage pace here. Jamsky keeps on going wide there, it just kicks him out. Needs to be careful. And there'll be one more race after this, which I know that Mark Coulson can't join in, sadly. Hewis has just set the fastest sector 2, so he might very well be on for a new fastest lap of the race. You can see Lewin Boy in the background, just again racing his race, getting those points in. But it's this man here, Huey, that seems to be putting all the competition to bed right now. But it is a 1.5 points, so I'm intrigued to see how much of an effect that will have. Oh, 2 minutes 30 seconds left on the clock. Is anything drastic going to happen, like Hewis being hit by a comet? Or J-Sky figuring out that there's a DRS button? Find out in the next episode. No, not really. No, nothing like that's going to happen. Someone's just left. That's Mark. Mark's just gone. He was having a pretty horrid time. So that's Mark finishing in P8 for round 13. He won't be able to make round 14, the final one, so that'll be Mark done in the championship. So I'm having a quick look now. So the race winner will get 75 points. The P2 will get 60. P3 will get 52. P4 will get 48. P5 will get 45. And P6 will get 42. And P7 will get 39. So it will spice a couple of things up. But it will put a bit more of a gap between Hewis and Luton Boy for... not Luton Boy. And Lemon for sure. Ooh, pardon me. But what it does benefit massively is this guy right here. He's going to be getting 60 points. Which is going to be quite the rack up of. So if he finishes P2, this is. So we got 40 seconds left of this race. I think Jamski's going to cross the line one more time. And that'll be that. Jamski needs to get that bloody car in order. If he wants to get his race win, he just needs to chill out. He's got 5 seconds on Luton Boy. And I don't understand why he's pushing so hard to get the race win. I'm going to give drive of the race probably to Jamski if he can get the job done. So here's our championship leader. Well, here's our current sim racing leader. Mark Coulson in chat, a nightmare for me. A huge lag spike into a wall for 135 damage repair and 2 drive-throughs and a power cut. Bloody hell, Mark. Sorry to hear that, my guy. Sorry to hear that, man. You're still getting some points, but yeah, nowhere near as many as I know you would like. So where is our race leader? There he is. Can he keep the car on the track? Is the ultimate question on our lips. Here he comes. He's managed to get through that chicane a lot better. And our race leader Jamski is going to cross over the line and take P1. Round 13, race win for Jamski. And there we go. Jamski's our race winner. Congratulations, Loom Boy. He's going to finish P2, which is going to be really good for the championship. Hewis has managed to rescue quite a few points after a bit of a proper challenging drive. J Sky in P4. Good solid result for J Sky, our GT3 champion. Radma's come around the final corner, finishing P5. With Lemmy in the sand. Oh, this could be interesting. This could be very interesting. Lettermy needs to get that car moving. He's far enough ahead. I was in first place and getting a bit faster each lap, but it's all good. It's tough in Africa. Oh, flipping it, Mark. That's not on. Lando is catching Lemmy up massively here. Lemmy needs to get this 6th position, otherwise It's pretty much Huey's for the win, and he's gone. He's not got the car. He's not got the car. He must have got some mega accident. And that's Lando finishing in P6 and Lettermy in P7. Wow, I did not expect that. Big old crash. There we go. We'll just get that done. You can save the replay. That's your final 7 lineup. We can see that Huey got the fastest lap of the race with 147.4 dead. Which I'm sure I saw a faster lap from him in the standings at the top. I'm not sure why I didn't, but 400 there. Update race results. See you in Daytona. Builders based in the UK, so if you're not in the UK, sorry, this is probably no good for you. However, if you're looking for a custom PC build to a specific budget for a specific need, hopefully I'm your guy. I also sell accessories like from Cooler Masters, Thrustmasters, Honeycomb, MSI, Asus, and many more brands to follow. And I have a 5-star Google review rating, and it's the home of any Pretty Ninja merch, which all proceeds go towards running events and the community. And if you signed up today, you will earn £5 worth of free Vox points towards any future transaction. And as I mentioned, we are the home of PNR Racing, this YouTube channel, and any future events are supported by any sales through the business. So check out the business when you get a chance, foxcustompcbuilders.co.uk, and if you have any questions, feel free to ask me in chat. Catch you in a minute. Hello ladies and gentlemen, here we are. This is going to be the last round of the PNR Ultimate Sim Racer Daytona Road Circuit in the Ginetta G58 P1 cars. Oh, someone has just dropped out there. Who is that? That looks to me like Jamski has dropped out. Interesting. Perhaps he's not able to do another round. Oh, these cars seem to vibrate like mad. Excellent. Just what we want when we want to stream a race. There's a load of vibrating cars for 35 minutes. Epic. Just what we want. That's not just your eyes going funny. That is every single car vibrating. So I think we'll be sticking trackside for this one. Now, one person who is very looking forward to these cars is Huey. Jamski's back in, good to see. Mark Colston is not going to be able to drive, unable to race. Submit. So Lettermy is in the lobby. J Sky is in the lobby. Rubbermus is in the lobby. Luton Boy is in the lobby. Lando is in the lobby. Jamski is in the lobby, and Huey is in the lobby. Okay. I don't think there's anyone else driving. Let's take a look at the table. I am going to have to refresh it though, so bear with us a moment. Refresh. There we go. So there we go. So yeah, sorry. We can see that Hewitt is on top still with 565 points. Now there's a 118 point gap between himself and Lettermy. Now let's see if that's entirely possible. It's not. So Huey, regardless of where he finishes, is the champion. Because the points difference between all of the points on offer is not 118, sorry. Yeah, not 118. So Huey is our ultimate sim racing champion. Because of the last finish that he got. 55 points, yeah. So Lettermy didn't quite get a good enough result. Rabimus sadly cannot get it either. Mathematically, there is nothing that can happen for Huey to lose points. He can finish 7th and still win the championship. So good on you, Mr. Huey. You are the PNR Ultimate Sim Racer. But let's just do this race anyway. Let's not tell him that. Let's not tell him that mathematically there is nothing that can happen. Jamski's trying to get a lap time in. J Sky has crossed over the line with a 1:38.2. I don't know what a good lap time is around here, to be honest. Don't like the fact that these cars are just, you know, vibrating as they go along. It's not the best looking thing. And here he's got an invalid lap time there. Jamski comes up to the start finish time. Lando across the line. Jamski up to P3. First lap 1:39. He's never driven this car before either, as far as I'm aware. So good going by Jamski. Luton Boy is in P2. Now half a second behind. I was so close to saying only a 10th behind, but he's now half a second behind this guy, Jade Guy. I really don't understand how a game like AMS2 can still have such a pretty dodgy playback or director mode. It's not great, is it, really? All the cars doing this, but never mind. And Lemon is finding a new line through T1 by the looks of it. He's not having a good round, Lettermy. But there's not a lot he can do anyway. Now the battle for P2, however. Let's have a little look at the standings again. Now the rest of the field could all change. Could all change pretty easily because there's only a 30-point gap between Lettermy and Lando. Which... yeah, if let's say hypothetically Lettermy was to finish last and Rabimus was to finish 4th, he would go ahead of Lettermy and finish P2. So it's all to play for in the rest of the spots. All to play for. So we'll have to keep an eye on that one. Right, so we can see that our Ultimate Sim Racer is now in P1, lap time wise. Can J Sky close him down? Jamski's in P4. Is he going to get any better lap time here? He is. He's now half a second behind. Okay, this is getting interesting. Huey really adores his car. But what can happen through the rest of the field is quite a lot. At the moment, Letterme crosses the line, no lap time. Can Letterme get a lap time? That's what I'm worried about now. Someone get this person a lap time. Here we go. We've got 4 minutes left to practice. Letterme has finally got a lap time in, and it's faster than Rabimus. Rabimus needs to find a little bit of time. J Sky's gone within 1/10 of US. So it could be a good race on there. As Rabimus comes over the line, has he improved? Oh, he has. Not by much, but he has improved. He's ahead of Lemon. But to be fair, all of this means absolutely nothing as Jamski goes into the lead. 2/10 ahead of Hewis, and J Sky just pips him again. As Hewis is coming around the final bend, I believe. He is. Here we go. He's going to go over the timing line. And doesn't move. Oh my days. Okay. Loon Boy's not quite there. With J Sky, Jamski and Hewis. But the slip will keep them in. If you're within a second of the car in front, as long as you keep your middle or infield section pretty clean, you should stay with them for pretty much the entire race. You just got to keep it clean. The slip is real in these cars. The slip is very real in these cars. That's probably why J Sky might have got a little bit ahead of Jamski. Because of a bit of slip. Maybe. We didn't see it. I'm not 100% sure. Rabimus coming around the final banked corner. Over the timing line. Big improvement there by Rubbermus. Not enough. But it's a big improvement. That was a lovely entry into T1 there. Carried a lot of speed. Who's he being followed by? He's currently being followed by Jamski, who's going to get the toe. Let's see if the toe is effective here. It should be. I'm very surprised if the toe isn't effective here. You know what? I cannot tell. Damsey's got invalid lap time, I think. That didn't look like he got it on the yellow curbing. You know what? He hasn't really gained anything on Rubbermus there. Slip mustn't be too real then. Rubbermus is only 3 tenths off Luton Boy. So we might be in for a good race. Now Hewis's car doesn't seem to be vibrating. Oh, there we go. I had to go and say it, didn't I? Not really an improvement for Hewis. Oh, it was an improvement. Sorry, it was an improvement. He's on top of the leaderboard by 4 tenths with no slip. So he's definitely found a lot more time in this car. Jamski's a bit closer, but that was good by Rubbermus. That was very good by Rubbermus. This will be his sort of car, really. On the bank corners, it looks fine. The moment he gets the flat, vibrating away. Rubbermus has crossed the line. Let's take a look at the standings. So Hewis P1, Jamski in P2, J-Sky P3. Rubbermus did not improve on his lap time, but that all means nothing, as I said, for this very reason. I'd like to take a minute to talk to you about my personal brand new business, Fox Custom PC Builders, based in the UK. So if you're not in the UK, sorry, this is probably no good for you. However, if you're looking for a custom PC build to a specific budget for a specific need, hopefully I'm your guy. I also sell accessories like from Cooler Masters, Thrustmasters, Honeycomb, MSI, Asus, and many more brands to follow. And I have a 5-star Google review rating, and it's the home of any Pretty Ninja merch, which all proceeds go towards running events and the community. And if you signed up today, you will earn £5 worth of free Vox points towards any future transaction. And as I mentioned, we are the home of PNR Racing, this YouTube channel, and any future events are supported by any sales through the business. So check out the business when you get a chance at foxcustompcbuilders.co.uk. And if you have any questions, feel free to ask me in chat. Catch you in a minute. And you're back just in time because this race has started and it is a bank start for everybody. J-Sky getting the best start. Letterme not doing too great. Hewis is down the inside. I think Letterme will probably let him have this. Be very surprised if he doesn't. Luton Boy is probably able to gain some ground there on Letterme. Letterme's just letting everyone through. And Luton Boy is on the tail of Hewis. Jamski's out to P4. Ravenous in P5. Lando in P6. And Letterme basically gave away all suspicions and gone down to the back. But Hewis is the one we need to keep an eye out on because he was half a second faster than Jamski in P2 in practice. But what about in race format? These two have got a little bit of history here. Good, clean races usually. But this series seems to have brought out the aggression in both of them. And it looks like Huey is... Okay, the slips definitely worked on Huey there. On J-Sky, sorry. Let's see how this race will turn out. Jamski is also quite close. J-Sky, we got a stack of 5 here. With Ravenous leading up the end. Lando is there and Letterme has come straight into the pits. Don't know whether he's got damage, whether he's got problems, or whether he's just getting his pit stop right out the way. He's gone. So I think Letterme is playing a bit of a devious game here. Thinks the tyres can probably do the full stint. Knows the car's fully fueled. He just needs to bring it home. Interesting one. He's just got his mandatory pit stop right out of the way. As Hewis is only 3 tenths behind. Jamski is also only about 3 tenths behind Luton Boy. Trying to look round the outside. Not sure he's going to get it done. J-Sky's got the inside, but he's trying to get round the outside here. Jamski trying to get round the outside, sorry. Not Huey. And he won't have... Oh, he will have the inside for the next corner, but he brakes quite late. It's a switch back. It is. Great switch back by Luton Boy. Jamski's going to have to concede. Or has he got... No, he's got a job done. Oh, I thought Luton Boy got a brilliant switch back there. That's what it looked like. So Jamski on the charge. So Hewich and J-Sky. P1 and P2. Again, doesn't matter where Hewis finishes. He is the ultimate sim racer for P&I in this series. He's looking down the inside into the chicane. He's not going to brave it though. Not going to brave it. The lap times are pretty good. You can see Huey's currently got the fastest. Jamski will be on the charge as well now. Around the outside, Hewis goes. Oh, and they've both gone off! J Sky and Huey! Oh my lord! That was literally lemmings there. J Sky must have missed his braking point. Went straight into the wall, and Hewis just followed him. That puts Jamski back into P1. That came out of absolutely nowhere. I was not expecting anything, just nothing at all. Rabimus. It's on the rear gearbox of Luton Boy here. Flippin' heck. Was not expecting that. We've had a retiree. That looks like Letterme's retired. Or is DC'd. One of the two. Might DC'd actually. Let's have a little look at the Discord. But there's your race leader, Jamski, followed by Luton Boy, followed by Rabimus, who has got a little bit of a gap now between himself and Luton Boy. Must have had a little bit of a issue. Lando has just been overtaken by Huey, and J Sky is at the back, riding on the infield. I think he's going to try and get into the pits and try and get that aero fixed. Nope, it looks like Lemmy's just retired. That's all it is. So J Sky, mandatory pit stop just done. And Rabimus has got onto the back of Luton Boy. But he needs to get something done because the driver behind him, Huey, is lapping rather well with the fastest lap of 1:36.3 in this race, apparently, according to the session events section. But it seems to be a second behind Luton Boy coming out of the infield. So I'm not quite sure what's going on there. We'll have to wait and see. It's now 2 seconds behind. 2 seconds behind Jamski. That's just jumped up. Is he really? He's lost a lot of time. What's happened here to Rabimus? So Luton Boy has found a bit of pace out of nowhere. He's got 1/10 quicker than Jamski on the last lap. Has pulled away from Rabimus, whose apparent I was going to say that's not right. Something's not quite right here, I think, with the splits. There's Hewis, there's Lando, and J Sky is doing what he can. That was awesome. Luckily I got my screen back open, or I could have gone straight there. What? I didn't catch what happened, Letterme. Oh, was that at the start? Oh, Letterme, no way. Lemon had a pop-up in his screen. Oh my god. Jeez Louise. 25 minutes left to go. Jamski, your current race leader. Luton Boy on the charge. That's definitely an off track there. Rabimus in P3. The car behind Huey is on a bit of a mission here. Lando in P5 just racing his race, keeping his head down, keeping it going. Doing what he can. And J Sky, who is pitted, Only 1:10 behind, but J Sky did had to get some repairs done. Ooh. Pardon me, sorry. No, like, third lap. Oh, crikey. Flippin' heck, Lemon. Fair play. And drove straight into the wall. Oh, yeah, that's pretty much race over, isn't it? Pretty much race over. Oh, sorry to hear that, dude. I am sorry to hear that. Now, Hughes seems to be chilling. Or is the damage on his car a bit more extreme than we first thought? As J Sky just done a 138.2, only a 10th behind Huey. But it's not quicker. Jamski just done a 137.55, coming up to the time in line now. With a 137.6 and Lewenboy for 137.6. They're matching time for time. Radmus a 137.6. So the top three all within 0.05 of a second. 138.8 for Hewis. 139.2 for Luton Boy. So there is an opportunity for J Sky if he can keep the pace up. Sorry everyone. I am a tired person. I need to get some good sleep tonight. Need to get some good sleep. Luton Boy 1.3 seconds behind Jamski. Must have had a slight slip somewhere. Outside of the slip for Jamski. Radmus is outside the slip for Luton Boy. So they're all neutral at the moment. Although going through the chicane, Luton Boy has gained a bit of time, but he's still just outside the slip. Just outside the slip. Just realised we were watching a Jamski as I said that. 21 minutes, 22 minutes left to go. So we're a quarter of an hour into this race. Now with Lemon crashed on out, I believe Radmus is going to get P2 in the table. Lemmy will still get points. Still get the points, but I think Radmus can stay in the top three. He will jump ahead of Lemon. Not 100% sure, but that's what I believe. That's what I believe. Okay. As for the rest of the field, I'm not quite sure how it will affect them. I'm going to assume my wife is now asleep in the hospital, bless her, because she hasn't responded to my message. So, which I'm very happy about, I'm not going to lie. As much as I would love to hear from her, because I ask how she is and how she's feeling, because she's had a very rough 48 hours giving birth to my boy. Absolute bloody warrior, my wife. I just want to make sure that she is A-okay. But back to the racing. Because that's all you guys care about. You don't care about my wife and my newborn child. You care about this incredible racing, which happens only at Pretty Ninja Racing. And Luton Boy is definitely gaining ground on Jamski. We are heading into the grey area of pit stops. And what strategies do you do? Will these tyres on one set last the duration of a race? Or will they be too loose? Or, yeah, Huey's just done a pit stop, 2:03. So, J Sky is quite a bit behind Huey. Or did Huey just have an accident? Poor wife, now she has 2 kids to look after. Hehehe, nice one, Lemmy. Nice one. Alright, now I have 2 kids to look after, okay? My wife and my actual child. How about me? No one ever thinks about me. No, it's all good. I'm very glad that she's getting some sleep because she bloody deserves it. God love her. Right. Jamski currently in the lead. 8 tenths behind is Luton Boy, who I can see pinching the race win today. I think he's driving a rather tactical race here. Rabimus will hopefully get a P3. Now the gap back to Huey indicates that he's had a pit stop, so he must have done it. It's just that J Skies was so long with the damage. It's just not worth thinking about. Now 46 seconds. That's quite a lot. Well, that's quite a quick pit stop, sorry. If he did pit. I can't remember if he did pit or not. I didn't pay attention. It would help if I paid attention, right? It definitely would help. 18 minutes left. See the difference in 2 lines right there. Luton Boy looking for the slingshot. And it's working because you can see that time coming down. And then it's going down. Keep going down. Down, down, down. You can get it to under a second. He will be back in the slip range. And he has done here. That was a great check. Oh, that's definitely a cut. Needs to be careful here. There are only 10 track cuts. Oh, it's just a stop and go in these cars, said Lemon in chat. Of course, these cars are designed to do mega endurance racing. So, but it's who is going to pit first? That is the question. Rabimus is going to pit. And he stops. And up we go. Is he going? 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 He's getting tyres done, isn't he? He's getting tyres done. And now he's gone. That was a bit slow there for Rabimus. Lando is coming into the pit, sorry. And Huey is going to overtake Lando. But not Rabimus. So Huey's now coming around T1. Barely 10% is used. Oh, crikey. So Rabimus still holding on to his P3, but he's going to have to get that car up to speed because Huey is chasing him down. Luton Boy in P2 and Jamski in P1 are the only ones left to pit. Now what's the strat going to be? Jamski's not pitting. Luton Boy is pitting. He's going to try and go for the undercut. Quick splash and go. Rabimus is coming around the final chicane here. There we go. Look at that. Far quicker than Rabimus. Ramos has got no hope here of getting anywhere near Luton Boy on the exit. So all eyes on Jamski. Needs to do a good in-lap. Quick but good, consistent. As he goes through the bus stop. No problem there. He must pit this lap surely. It's looking likely. Or not actually, it's not looking likely at all. He's gonna keep going. Jamski's done this before and it's not worked for him. Luton Boy's only 20 seconds behind. With a outlap of 105, 150, flipping heck. 150, so he was 10 seconds quicker than Ravamus on his outlap. There's Ravamus there in P3 still, Huey in P4. Just coming round, he's not too far away from Ravamus now, only 9 seconds. Lando's just doing his thing, keeping it going. J Sky lapping close to, or to be fair, 157 was his outlap, wasn't it? So what's his lap this time around? .139. I think J Sky, sadly, with him out braking himself and then getting rear-ended by Hewis because Hewis decided to follow. Not really sure J Sky is going to get much more out of this, bless him. But fair play for soldiering on. Jamski coming, he hasn't come into the pitch yet with 10 minutes to go. Jamski can leapfrog a lot of people if he wins this race. A lot of people. If we take a quick look at the table. So we can see Jamski down there in P8. He could get 175 points off of this race. With the next driver down earning 35 points less. So yeah, a lot could happen in all fairness. In fact, with Letterme gone, I think Radmus is going to overtake Letterme. Luton Boy will overtake Letterme. Lando will overtake Letterme. And will J Sky? I think J Sky is a little bit too far behind. But it's our race leader. He needs to pit, and it has to be a dash and go. It has to be get in perfectly. Don't do anything to the car. And go straight back out again. This is looking a bit more likely. Still not pitted. 10 minutes left to go. Now, here's Jamski going to pit. It's the only thing to keep an eye on in this race. Is Jamski pitting, because it'll bring Luton Boy right back into it. And it has to be a very, very quick pit stop here by Jamski, and he needs to do it soon. He's not doing it again. Still going. Still going. He can't do it on the final lap either. He's only got one lap to do. Like, you have to do it like with one lap left to go. So I'm not quite sure what his game plan is here. Luton Boy has lost a little bit of time. Not much. But he has lost a little bit. Now let's play the game. Is Jamski gonna pit? Ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba-ba. As he comes through the bus stop. Round the last corner. My bet is no. I don't think he's going to. Nope. He's not going to. So here we go, 6 minutes left on the clock. Luton Boy is chilling out, I think. He's kind of just putting in some nice pace laps. Rabamus, again, just chilling out. Everyone seems to have got into a bit of a rhythm, but 5 seconds behind Rabamus is Hewis. Says he's got a good rhythm. Well, oh, and there goes Lando. His car's crabbing a little bit. Yeah, he's had a bit of a crash there. So J Sky has got a bit of redemption. He's up to P5. Well, you know what else has a good rhythm, Mark? The Foo Fighters, but they still have a bloody break. So he needs to get that pit stop done, otherwise he will get a 1 minute time penalty. That's what will happen, and he will undo all of his hard work. He hit a wall. Oh, damn. So that's Lando pretty much done. Jamski is coming into the pits. Here we go. Going to be 5 minutes left on the clock. It does put everything out of whack. But he literally just needs to do a stop and go. Any longer than that. Oh, there we go. Here's a stop and go. And here comes Luton Boy. Jamski's just exiting now. Luton Boy's just crossing over the white line now. Jamski did a 1:44.7 in lap, and we can see Luton Boy in the background. I think he's going to be about 3-4 seconds behind. That's my guess. 2 seconds. 2 seconds behind. 5 minutes, 4 minutes, 5 minutes left to go. 2 seconds behind, apparently. Jamski is getting into a good rhythm again. And Luton Boy is on the charge now. He can see his prey. He needs to keep it going. Hewis trying to chase down Rabamus, but Rabamus is just a 1:36.8. But Hewitt again has the fastest lap time of 1:36.398. Crikey. Well, Rabimus has found some absolute bullet time out somewhere. To keep Huey behind. If Rabimus can get fastest lap of the race, what is fastest lap of the race? How many points is it? Let's have a little look. Where's Huey? I'll just put the fastest lap into his block for a moment. So it still says fastest lap is worth 2.5 points, but I think that will get rectified afterwards. So it's worth about 7.5 points off the top of my head. Rabimus back down to a 1:37.1. Hewis 1:37.6, so half a second slower that time around to the car in front. 5 seconds is the gap between P1 and P2. I don't think there's going to be a great deal that happens there. Lando has just let Jamski through. Fair play, Lando, for keep going. What an absolute soldier. Keep it going, my guy. Keep it going. J Sky, still absolute legend for keeping it going. You should never quit in a sim race unless your car dies, because you just don't know what's going to happen. You don't know. There could be a full course yellow. Who knows? There could be a full course yellow. And I'll bunch him right up with 2 minutes 30 left to go. I'm not quite sure who to keep an eye on because everyone's quite evenly spread here. There's no like key battles going on. It is a later finish tonight. It's slightly longer stream than usual, I believe, for the final round. And there goes Hewis. We'll try an all-camera one, but it just looks a little bit funny. For some reason, everything seems to vibrate a lot. See what I mean? Look at that. It's just like... Oh, look at that. That's horrible, isn't it? What's going on, man? Oh, horrid. Horrid, horrid, horrid. So 50 seconds left to go. Jamski will cross the line. There'll be 1 lap to go. And he'll be getting another race win under his belt, hopefully, for him. Little boy, P2, 6 seconds behind Jamski. He's taking it rather slow here. I wonder if he's getting a bit too close to his track limitations. Don't want a 30-second penalty. Rabimus, P3. Great drive from him in this race. Huey, P4. Again, really solid drive until he decided to follow J Sky. Well, up J Sky's butt, basically. J Sky, absolute warrior of a drive. So, Jamski come around the final bank corner, I believe. Or is he? No, maybe no. He's coming up to the bus stop, isn't he? Yeah, coming up to the bus stop. And Jamski comes over the timing line to apparently start the last lap. I was completely wrong. I was completely wrong. And here he comes. Let's try it again. Jamski comes over the timing line to take the race win in round 14. The final round of the Ultimate Sim Racer. Luton Boy coming second. Epic drive throughout the whole series for him there. Radmus with a very strong P3. He'll be very happy with that. Huey, who is our Ultimate Sim Racing champion, comes over the line in P4. Jay Sky is just coming up to the bus stop now. And here he comes to bring us all back together. Lando's just chilling in the pit after coming across the timing line. And here comes Jay Sky to finish off our first ever Ultimate Series Championship. And we'll take a look at the standings once they load. There we are. There's PNR Jamski with the race win. I need to sort out the results for you now. So Jamski in P1, Luton Boy in P2, P3 goes to Rabimus. Brilliant drive from Rabimus there. Driver of the day for me with that sort of result. Huey in P4, Jay Sky in P5, Lando in P6, and Lessamy, who didn't finish, in P7. Now who got the fastest lap? Let's just double be sure. I think it was US. It was US. It's a different time again to what they had up in the session event, so I'm going to change it there. 5, 4, 1. Update race results, and we'll be right back just after this intro. Okay, so I just need to hit refresh on this. And here we go. So as you can see, Huey is our champion. Congratulations, Huey, being a Pretty Ninja Racing Ultimate Sim Racer Series 1. With more series to come, so if you want to get involved, make sure you check out the link in the description below. Rabimus jumps into P2 ahead of Lemmy after that result. Brilliant drive there for Rabimus with the extra 3.5 times multiplier of points. Luton Boy finished, Lemmy finished in P3, so that rounds off our medalists for the Ultimate Sim Racer. Well done to those 3 drivers. Luton Boy in P4, Lando in P5. Brilliant result for him there. Jamski in P6 with the epic drives from tonight. Those extra bonus points really have definitely helped out. J Sky in P7, Mark Olsen in P8, Yogi in 9th, Giga in 10th, and John Connor Max in 11th. I hope you have enjoyed the series. Please like and subscribe to the channel if you're interested in more events in the near future. It might go a bit quiet over the next couple of weeks, but we'll be back with some Formula 3 action on a Wednesday night instead of the Ultimate Sim Racer. Plus many, many more events to come. Look after yourselves, everybody. Remember, join our Discord in the description below. And I'll catch you next time for some more Ultimate Sim Racing fun. Goodbye!